Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kisha. I blog over at kjaggers.com. That link is below, just in case you want to visit. So today I am recording in our oldest daughter's home. I am babysitting today, and it is a loud house, so bear with me. They're downstairs in the toy room right now, but they come up and you'll probably hear them. And if I need to, I'll stop the video and just restart it and keep going. It's just the way it is today. She needed a babysitter. She is working with me now, and we don't always work on the same days, so she needed a babysitter today, and I was happy to help. So January of 2017 was probably one of the hardest months of my life, and Roman wants me to put on his little paint vest, but they're not going to be painting. Not on my watch, not right now. There you go. And, you know, it was a terrible start to 2017. In the beginning week, the 4th and 5th, I lost a baby, and it was so hard, and it was very painful, and it was very difficult for me to accept and to deal with and to even talk about. You know, Ryan really was very supportive, and you know, he said right away we can try again. He was very loving, and I was just gradually trying to get myself healed from that in the following weeks. Hold on, he needs to put back on. Come here. There you go. And really by the 3rd week in January, I was just starting to feel a little bit like myself. But I was still dealing with, you know, definitely some depression and some sadness. And then I was, you know, really, honestly, barely hanging on by a thread at times. And it has nothing to do with my relationship with Ryan or family or anything like that. It was just everything that had happened, from splitting up with Scott, getting divorced or thinking we were actually divorced, the baby dying. It was just a lot. And then at the end of January, Scott passed away. And I did a video on that, and I linked it up here, but I'm doing better talking about it most days. But you know, I have a lot of mixed feelings about Scott. He's someone I spent a lot of time with, somebody that I love deeply, and he definitely had his share of issues. We had our share of issues as a couple, and you know, I never really saw this coming. I thought that we would be together for a very long time, and I probably would have never moved home. I really wouldn't have. I thought it was better for our family. I did have some concerns about bringing him back up here to an environment that really wasn't healthy for him in the past, and it really wasn't healthy for me at times of the past either. I had reservations. I talked to my best friend about it when we came up for a visit. I think my initial instinct was probably right. And, you will come here. Look, you guys. Hold on. We gotta fix the helmet. Hold on 1 second. Okay. We gotta make it bigger. There's illusion. You want it off? Okay. And, bye. And, I just never really put that much time and consideration into moving. I mean, I felt like I had, but this sounds so funny. I should have had more fun. Let me go check on those kids. I'll be right back. He wants to go into the bathroom with everybody, and we're trying to teach him not to, and Harper had to go to the bathroom, and guess who got mad? There they go. All right. So, you know, I should have listened to my instincts better. But, I mean, everything happens for a reason. And I really do believe we separated and thought we were divorced so I would be able to go on with my life. I actually learned to live that way because he was going to be taken anyway. And, you know, it was just a lot to deal with. And, you know, I was very close to his family, and that kind of got blown all over smithereens. And same with my family. He was close to my family. So it was like two families divorcing, not necessarily just Scott and I. And then we had the kids to consider. And, you know, I really do look back and I'm trying not to have regrets and just learn some lessons. And I definitely had moments where I didn't treat him with kindness because of his actions. Now, that doesn't make it right because I'm still only in control of me and I have to do better with handling that. Hi. You got the helmet back on? What are you doing? Okay. Go show. Let him play with it for a minute. You may take it off?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. There you go. And I made some very painful videos during that time. See, they don't even pay attention to me. There you go. She's getting it on you. Hold on. She's putting a little helmet on him back there. You know, I was very candid in some of those, and everything I said still applies. Like, I mean, the really, really mean stuff I didn't really mean, and I was just saying out of anger. And there was not one single lie, so I don't want anybody to think that. There were children that were affected by Scott. There were people that were affected by Scott. And I think Scott was his worst nightmare. I just want to wait just 1 second. Good, you got it. Let me help. Come here. Come here.
It's not working.
Chin up.
I think it's too big.
No, it just goes straight in. Just like that. Okay, go play. Okay. I removed quite a few of those videos because I really didn't want them up, and I know it might be confusing to some, like, you know, I hated him so much, but I refer to him in kind ways regarding our grandchildren, and that's because Laura and I have the ability to shape their memory of him because they will have no memory of him, and I'm not heartless. I understand that that was their grandfather, regardless of good or bad. So we want to make good memories, and that's what we're going to continue to try to do, and that's one of the reasons those videos came down. Ryan really was not fond of Scott. I was actually with Ryan. He was the man I was actually like in a full-time committed relationship with before I got with Scott. And I don't think Ryan's ever been that fond of Scott, but I think he understands that it's complicated, and I think he understands that regardless of how I feel about his ex or how he feels about my ex, what really matters is how we feel about each other. And you know, obviously Scott can do no harm. He is gone, and all of us have to stick around, and we have to continue living our life the best we can. And that's really been the focus because, you know, it's been very hard to cope. I mean, it just has been. There was a lot unsaid, a lot I wanted to say, and I didn't get to say it, so I have to deal with that. I do wish I could apologize for some of the things I said, because, you know, I just said them out of anger and hurt and frustration, that I wish I would have been a better wife in some regards, but I still felt like I still feel like I was a good wife to him. I was faithful. I tried to work hard with our family. I wasn't always perfect with the house or perfect with the kids or any of that by a long shot, but I felt like I grew up in that marriage a lot. And I feel like we grew apart, that we eventually started kind of wanting separate things. I think once we moved up here, he wanted this party lifestyle, and I moved up here for Brittany and for Jackson and for my grandma Mary, and I didn't have time for that kind of lifestyle. So I think we kind of just grew apart, and I actually, in February of 2017, I actually started coping better with St. John's wort. It is a natural herb, and take 2 a day, and it had some weird side effects in the beginning, but it really did help my mood, and it still is. And that, combined with a good support system, is really what's guiding me through. I've been spending so much more time with my family and friends. I spend a lot of time right here in this home, and when she moves, we'll figure out where we're hanging out, my house or hers, but I'm with Laura almost every single day. I'm just close to her. I don't know really why it worked out that way. We have so much in common. We live very similar lives, but on different time levels, and it just means a lot to me to have her in my life. She's family, no matter what. We basically have decided no matter what men come and go, no matter what happens within our family, we're going to be there for each other and support each other. And I feel like we really do that. In the months that I've been home from the very beginning in, when did we move home? April, May. I have been a taxi driver for my children. It's just been nonstop. And we spend so much time in the car. And like I said in my previous video, we have some great conversations in the car because we're always on the run. But I'm no different than any other parent with teenagers just trying to get their kids back and forth. I did a lot of parenting over the phone with Brittany and through Skype at the time, and then FaceTime, and it was really hard being away from her, and I feel like I have to parent a lot more with her now. But she's got her head on straight. She's so good at almost everything she does, and so I am extremely proud of her. Also in February for Valentine's Day, Brian got me this beautiful bouquet of flowers. I actually got him this backpack, and it's this electrical backpack. I might have to go in a second. And he really wanted it, and so I couldn't get it for him at Christmas. I was on a tight budget. It's quite expensive, and I was able to get it for him for Valentine's Day. So we celebrated in our own little ways, and the flowers were beautiful. They lasted a long time, and Mackenzie helped him pick them out, and it just meant a lot to be thought of. And I know Scott used to buy me flowers all the time before anybody says anything, but I had been without Scott for a while. And so, it's a new way of life, and I don't get flowers unless I buy them myself, usually, and I don't mind that at all. But, it's just nice being thought of, and it showed, that he cares about me as much as I care about him. And it's a lot more than the flowers and the backpack. It's a lot more than that. Also, towards the end of February, I picked up Scott's ashes, and that was definitely a difficult day. I kept them because I am his wife, and I wanted to make sure Laura got some, and when Zane's old enough, he knows how to get a hold of me and can definitely get some of his father's remains. I didn't think his sister had any legal right to his ashes. She was not married to him, and I just drew the line right there at the start, because she was so mean to me in the hospital, and I really wanted to be able to say goodbye to Scott. And I guess I already had, but I just felt like it was so disrespectful, and it's something that I really haven't forgiven her for. And I wish her the best, and I wish the family the best, Zane and her grandchildren and her children, and I just am moving on with my life. I'm not really dedicating anything on the blog to her. I am disappointed in that entire relationship, and I just have moved on. So moving into March, I had a good start. It's been good. So far, so good. Laura and I, like I said, are working together, so we're balancing out our schedules. Be nice! We're balancing out our schedules. We do depend on each other quite a bit, and we're doing well. And she is going through a lot of life changes as well, and I'm trying to be there for her, as well as Brittany, Jackson, and Mackenzie, Ryan, and still do a good job at work. And I really do like my job, but I'm off a couple of days, and I really think that I might just go back to the Waffle House on those couple of days off to have a little more money, because I want to save a little bit. I want to pay off some debts. There's quite a few financial goals I want and need to accomplish, so we'll see, but I think I'm going to be doing that. I've been working harder on my blog, and I hope you guys are checking it out. Hold on one second. Okay, what was I talking about? The blog, I think. The blog is a very special place to me. I have all of my older videos and blog posts already there. It's at kjaggers.com. That link is below. And there's a little button you can click over on the side, too. You know, I'm not taking down any of the old videos with Scott. It's part of my life, and my life has continued. I'm not even changing the blog name to kjaggers.com. Harper gets so mad at Roman. She really does. I'm not going to change it. It's just me, and my last name is Jaggers, and I'm not changing that because, it's me. It's who I am, and if there was any name I was going to change it to, it would be Gabby, because that's the same name as the kids. But I definitely don't want to do that. Okay, sorry about that. I laid Roman down, and he laid right down. He's got this really good sound machine, and so right now it sounds like there's a thunderstorm in his bedroom, and it helps him sleep. So Laura swears by it. The blog has so many memories for me, and you guys can go over there and check everything out in your own time, and there are links and everything, and I'll share that in the day in the life vlog because I have a lot of questions about it, and I just want to share it and make sure that my new subscribers understand that it's there, that most of my recipes are there, that, there's a lot over there. It's a lot of content. So I've just been working really hard at publishing daily blog posts. I still got to publish Friday letters that I will work on in a little bit. I'm just trying to build it back up and get back in front of the camera, no matter what the circumstances are, and share with you guys because I've missed it. My relationship is going very well with Ryan. He is really a sensitive person, and he's very loving and very easy and natural with me. He always wants to hold hands. We fall asleep holding hands a lot. He cuddles, and I think I just got used to sleeping alone, and I didn't realize how much I missed having somebody in the bed with me. So it's been, really nice, and it was hard because Scott snored, and our schedules were different, but Ryan and our work schedules are pretty similar. I get off a little bit sooner than him, but we're up a lot of mornings together, and we go to bed generally at the same time, and I'm just proud of that relationship because when we were younger, we were crazy. We acted crazy, but I like him better. I love him more mature. And I think he's gorgeous. I know some of you might not, and that's completely fine. And I know some of you do, and that's fine. I love his nose. I love his body. I love his personality and how he interacts with kids and animals. And I'm just happy that he's in my life, and I would have never imagined that we would be back together. I just didn't think it would happen, but I never thought I would be separated, divorced, and Scott would die, and all of that. So life has a weird way of working itself out, and it's going to be really interesting seeing where our relationship goes. So I really still haven't had the kids around him a lot, simply because I brought Russell around, but my kids have known Russell since they've been babies. He's been around my family's home many, many times, so it wasn't someone new. He was just somebody new hanging out with Mom, and we were really good friends. We still are really good friends. He means a lot to me, and we have a child together, and I just wanted to take it slow. So here soon, I'm going to start introducing Jackson a little more to Ryan. Brittany's been around Ryan a little bit, but not that much. But I'm ready for us to really start spending some time together, and I just wanted to make sure that he was going to be around for a while, that it wasn't just a dalliance of just, obsession and good chemistry. I wanted to make sure that even if we weren't getting along, that we were okay. And we definitely have had some little arguments, but nothing serious, and we kissed and made up, and we got through it really well. So I feel good about spending more time with everyone together. I just wanted to take it slow. We have been spending a lot of time at home, but Ryan's sick of home. He wanted to go on vacation, so he planned us a little getaway to Savannah and to Nashville, and I'll definitely be vlogging through that. He just wanted to get out and go. So I'm excited to be doing that, and that's coming up next week, so I've got to get ready. And we've had so much weird weather for January, February, and March. One day it's sunny and 70 degrees, and the next day we're getting snow flurries. I don't understand what is going on. I don't think even the planet knows what's going on. The weathermen certainly can watch it, but predicting it is next to impossible. And it's definitely a little bit chilly today. I've been here since 7:30, and it's just starting to warm up, and it is 11:48 at this point. This video is taking me a while to get done. Now, looking back, and I always like to do that in this video, and I understand this is 3 months together. I wanted to do that just to catch up. So, you know, I can do March and April, and I always put a blog post up, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. But in 2015, last February, I did my first Trader Joe's haul, and I'll link that below and probably put in a picture up here for you guys. And I did one on my classic Inkwell planner, and I'll put another picture up there. In 2016, last February, we were dealing with snow in South Carolina. See what I mean about the earth not really knowing what's going on? And I'll put a picture up here in the link below, if it's not linked in, but I think I can only link in 5. And you know, there are tons of more videos. I even have another channel, and that's mostly Scott and and I'm not taking that down, but you're more than welcome to go over there and watch our crazy, loud, exciting, frustrating life. And sometime in the near future, I plan on getting up more vlogs, more organization videos, possibly some blogger tutorials, more reviews, including the one that's coming up very soon of a beautiful handbag, more what's cooking videos, even though we eat out a lot and we get carry out and we get delivery, so they're not going to be that big, and I just don't want to be in the kitchen that much. But Ryan is definitely trying to bring me back to life in terms of family and dinner and, you know, all of that, and I respect him for that, because he definitely wants things in a family kind of mode. I plan on doing more empties videos. I plan on doing more favorites videos, more planner videos. I'm just going to get going. I don't know if there'll be any set schedule or routine. They'll probably just be like this one, get them up when I can, because that seems to be my life. I'm just trying to roll with it a little more. I used to be so schedule oriented and want everything perfect, and that's another thing I kind of regret in my last marriage. Things are not always perfect. Wanting perfection is hard because you're always striving for it and you seldom get it, and I wish I would have just rolled with the punches a little bit more and complained a little bit less, but I'm learning. And you know, if I have to film here, it is what it is. If I have to film in the bedroom, it is what it is. I'm just getting with it, and I really appreciate you guys so much for sticking around and watching my videos and leaving amazing comments. It has meant the world to me, and I really do mean that, because you guys have kept me in your prayers, and it has just been really hard, and I've brought you through so much of it, and I know there's been a lot of negative energy, and I hate that, but I'd rather be honest, and I've never lied in my videos. You know, I definitely shouldn't get in front of the camera when I'm upset. That's really where I need to make improvements. But I still want to be honest with you guys and let you know how my life is going. And you know, I feel like we've spent so much time together, and I love you guys, all of you, from the bottom of my heart. in regards to negative stuff and negative comments. You know, I don't always catch them super fast, and I know so many of you guys stick up for me and argue back and forth, and that's amazing, but you don't have to waste your time or energy on that stuff. I will just delete it eventually. And, you know, the negative things that people say, or the way they feel, or if they think I'm ugly or a terrible parent and wife or whatever, that is their opinion and they're entitled to it. I just have to focus on doing the best I can and move on from there. So with this week in review, with this monthly recap video, this month in review, I always publish a blog post about what I'm thinking, seeing, smelling, eating, doing, and it's quite lengthy, and it will be up at the same time this video goes live. So definitely head over to my blog if you're done watching this and check out that blog post and let me know what's coming up in your life, or how your beginning of the year has went for you, and obstacles that you want to overcome, goals that you have. You know, for me, it's just about getting back on my feet, about spending more time with my family and friends, about trying to be nicer and more forgiving, which I'm not the best at. I even took a class on Oprah.com about forgiveness, and, you know, honestly, I suck at it. I hold a grudge, and I am trying to, you know, do some self-improvement. I need to get an exercise routine in, especially as it warms up, if that happens again. Who knows, like I said, what our weather is doing. I want to find a country house for Ryan and myself where we can garden and have pets, and we don't have to worry about our kids in the road, especially with the grandkids. You know, I have some big goals, and I want to be able to buy a house in, you know, maybe 5 to 10 years. So that probably means that, honestly, I'm going to have to file a bankruptcy to get rid of all past debt for not only myself, but Scott, and just get things cleaned up in my life, because, you know, I'm getting older and my goals have changed, and it's not about, like I said, a perfect house and the perfect job. It's about doing the best I can, staying afloat, and treating everybody with kindness as much as possible. It doesn't always happen, and just doing my best to be a good mom. And so those are my goals, and a good girlfriend, and a good, you know, best friend and parent, you know, to Laura, and grandparent to the kids. Or Ashlyn calls me Aunt Kisha. We have no idea where she came up with that. Harbor calls me Grandma, and Roman calls me Kisha. And so all the kids call me something different, and we just let them roll with it. But they mean a lot to me. I've enjoyed watching them grow up and play, and I'm here for them too. So that's one of the main reasons I moved back to Indiana. So hopefully you've enjoyed this month in review. I know it's just been kind of chatty and it's been very casual, but that's just the way it has to be today. And I really appreciate your watching this video and subscribing to my channel. If you're new and you just stumbled upon this video, or you're just checking me out, definitely take a minute to get subscribed. It's a little red button down there. You can click on it. Definitely head over to my blog at kjaggers.com. Again, that link is below, and get to know me a little bit better, and let me know how life is for you. And I will see you very soon with another video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.